What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul,
And Dave,
bringing you the latest on Big Brother 19. Okay, guys, so today we are going to be discussing the jury house in Big Brother 19 and how we think, throughout the game and their discussions that they've showed in the previous weeks, who they're going to vote for based on the final three. So, Dave, just based on the jury house right now, there's a lot of hard feelings. So, if
yeah.
your impressions on just the jury house, just right now in general.
My impressions are I wish we had jury live feeds. The drama in the jury house is great already. I love the whole puppet master wannabe drama that's going on. And I'm curious how all the votes are going to fall in the end. Although some of them are really predictable, but we'll get into that. What do you
Right.
think?
I agree. I mean, it's so like I totally agree with you, but like I think that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
Because just not knowing exactly, well, first off, who the final two is even going to be, because there's still a lot of speculation at this point who Josh would take, and
Or
if
if Paul's
Paul,
going to throw it.
yeah, or if Paul's going to throw it, but we'll get to that. All
Yeah.
right, so let's talk about the final three. Let's break them down first, and then what we're going to do is we're going to break down each of the jury members and how we think they're going to vote based on each final two scenario that there is. And I see we have Alex Garza in the chat. Hey, Alex, good to see you again.
What's up?
I
But
remember,
first
buddy.
off, one thing we have to admit, though, and address this right now, is that the final three are all people who Cody targeted from the get-go. Did you notice that? Like, Cody was right all along. He wanted Christmas out, he wanted Paul out, and then later on he wanted Josh out. All three of them are in. So,
Right, and you just have to realize it's just absolutely amazing. Just when you think about the absolute irony of of Cody in this game. Like he was going after these three specifically. The first week they would have got Josh out if he didn't have the golden apple. He wanted
yep.
Paul out, but couldn't get him on the block because of the safety necklace. And Christmas he put on the block because he had no other options. And the house flipped on him. So this is the final three that we have right now. It's actually quite
Yeah,
interesting.
he had so much hindsight with who he was putting up, and then I just love that all of them are going to realize, wow, we should have listened to him. They should have.
I mean, a lot of people in the jury house are thinking that exact thing right now. So let's talk a little bit about how we think Paul played the game, like in general, not how the jury thinks they played the game, but how we think he played the game. So we obviously think he played like, a little dirty game, but it's Big Brother, everything goes, and the public has the right not to like Paul, but arguably he played the best game out of the three. You would agree with that 100%, right?
He played the best game in the whole house. I mean, you don't have to like what way he played it, but he played everybody. I mean, he does. He could. I could argue he deserves the win. I don't want to see that happen, but he
Right.
played a good game.
I certainly don't want to see a vet win for 2 seasons in a row. Plus, with the
Absolutely not.
speculation that there could be another vet season coming up soon. God, I
Oh
hope
God.
it would be the worst timing, honestly. So let's talk a little bit about Josh. Josh, he started he started very small, but he grew over time.
Yeah, he started as the underdog, then he took like a rise like throughout the season, and he became not a powerhouse, but definitely became a force to be reckoned with. With his first HOH changed my whole opinion on him, like altogether. Like I hated Josh, then he won HOH, then like I saw the mature side of him a little bit, and
Right?
he
Yeah,
actually turned out like whenever he would turn to the live feeds and he would start talking to the camera in the HOH room, that's when I was really interested in it because I happened to tune in at that exact moment and all the stuff he was saying was just so on point, and I realized, oh God, this guy actually is smarter than I thought.
we just had New York Cat in the chat say Paul is a bully.
Absolutely,
thank,
absolutely.
thank you, New York Cat, and we are also voting Cody for America's favorite player.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Josh had his little rise, and he was definitely interesting with his talks with the feeds. I agree with you 100%, Dave, especially that week when he was targeting Elena technically, but Jessica just wouldn't hear him out on his plan. it really seems like he has like a knack for the game, but he just wasn't playing with. I think he suffered a similar thing that a lot of us suffered. We weren't playing. He wasn't playing with people that really wanted to play.
Yeah. No, you could argue how much Josh really wanted to play. Like Josh kind of like waited it out a little bit. I mean, his biggest play was just being, you know how Evil Dick said it, being Paul's monkey, just with the pots and pans for a little bit. And yeah, Josh is just a weird case. He really just changed as like a person. I feel like Ed. This is a reality show, but I feel like Josh had character development.
I
You
mean,
know?
I agree 100%. But you know what they say: the best players tend to stick it slow in the beginning, and then they start really going. And I feel like Josh definitely did that. Now
Definitely.
let's jump to Christmas because she's another special case. So she broke her leg in the beginning of the game, and it really hindered. I would say it hindered her game like entirely, like almost to the point that she couldn't compete competitively in multiple challenges. She was supposed to come into this game and be like this powerhouse female that we've all been wanting as a viewer for like all these years, and it's just been. And then she stayed in the game, and she had to sit out. I mean, it was just so. She had a complicated season, but
Yeah,
she had like the right alliance. What do you think about Christmas?
Christmas is a really weird case because as crazy as it might, well, actually, I don't think it's crazy to say. I feel like the broken leg for her game was in her best interest because she wasn't targeted. Whenever she broke her leg, if she didn't break her leg, I do wonder if the house would have went on Cody's side or not because I feel like she was put up on the block too close to losing her leg, breaking her leg, foot,
True.
whatever. And I think that she got too many of the sympathy votes, and that's one of the reasons why she was carried through like Kevin, because she had a good social game. She was able to compete somewhat to a point, even with the broken leg. She was a trooper. No one could deny that. But she really did get carried through this game. And I think it's going to be very interesting to say that if she wins, I think we're going to get a lot of fan outcry about people saying that she shouldn't have been allowed to stay in the household because of her leg, but then you have the counter argument, which is just take her out.
Right. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I feel like her win will be the most. If she wins, it'll be the most controversial Big Brother win we'll see.
Here's my issue with Christmas, because when you look at players like Alex and Jason, who are both competitive threats,
Yes.
I feel like if Paul's strategy was to take out these big threats, like around like the final 7, final 6, final 5, like around then. So I feel like Christmas, if she didn't break her foot,
Oh, she would have never survived a game that long.
Yeah, so I feel like Paul would have targeted her probably around the same time that he targeted Jason and targeted Alex. That's just my personal opinion. But maybe she would have persevered because there was definitely a lot of physical challenges at that point. But I don't know. Paul's social game might have convinced her to throw HOHs, like just like he convinced Alex and Jason to basically do the same at some points. All right, so let's talk a little bit about. We're gonna break down each jury member.
Yes.
And but before that, let's talk about the likelihood of the final two situation. Because right now, the only two possible final two situations I see right now are Paul and Josh and Christmas. Paul is not taking Christmas from my understanding. So from the sake of argument, we are not going to be discussing Paul versus Christmas. If that ends up being the case on Wednesday, then we'll gladly take the heat for it. I don't care. or we'll just mention it just for the hell of it. Why not?
Yeah. All right. So here's the whole thing with final two, which is why it's interesting. Like you said, the two possibilities. Paul taking Christmas is most likely not, because Paul has already told Josh on the live feeds, which I think is true, is that if Christmas gets the final two, she's winning. She's going to beat both of them. It doesn't matter who. Because Cody hates Josh and all that. Jason's going to give Christmas the sympathy vote. If it's Paul and the point is it can't be Paul on Christmas. But this is where it's going to get interesting. Is the question is whether or not Paul wants to throw HOH, because let's be honest, the two people that Paul took with him to final two, Christmas and Josh, are two people that he can beat competitively if he chooses. Paul already won the first round of the final HOH. Josh won the second round by 7 minutes. What is what they said on the live feeds. And
Not
then,
bad.
yeah, and which means that Christmas did a good, decent job. And I want to see what the challenge is because they both said that it was like the worst challenge in Big Brother history.
Oh
So
Lord.
that'll be interesting.
What a
But
fantastic end to the season.
yeah, the worst season in history. Um, but what was it? Yeah, so like I think that if Josh does win, Josh says he wants to pull this big move against Paul, and I think that could be a fatal move if he takes Paul out.
Right. I mean, it's very possible. But
Yeah.
let's just talk about the individual jury people right now and talk about how they might respond to such a move. Okay, so let's talk first about Cody. Your favorite player from the beginning,
Hell yeah.
my favorite player from the beginning. He was my
America's
pick.
favorite player.
Yeah, America's favorite player. He was my pick. Him and Jessica were my two picks to win during our cast analysis that Chris and I did back months ago, back in mid-June. So that's pretty exciting. So he's definitely has a special place in my heart and a special place in yours, I'm sure. But let's talk about how he would vote. Now, he's always said in the House that if Paul makes it to final two, he deserves the vote no matter what. So I feel that no matter the situation, if Paul's on the final two, he will vote for Paul. What do you think?
I don't know. The reason for that being is not the live feeds, but the show with jury. I don't know how Cody's going to go because I feel that this is like the nightmare scenario for Cody. He hates Paul and he hates Josh. This is the two people he hates the most in the house, and one of them is most likely going to win. So Cody might go rogue, and I could actually see Cody voting for Josh just because he has people like Mark and Elena who will willingly vote for Josh over Paul. And then you have Jason who will vote for anybody over Paul. So my guess is maybe Cody might see that as a possibility to prevent Paul from winning. And that he might just take the shot and just vote for Josh.
But you also have to consider that Cody's been watching this game for many seasons. He's been watching it for a very, very long time. So he understands like the basic aspect of the game. Like you always vote for the person who plays the best game. So I feel like he would still vote for Paul. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like there's been talks in the jury house. Like we heard Mark say Paul's playing for second place. So maybe there's been some talks that we haven't seen, like you said, but I'm just not 100% sure. But they're probably thinking at that point that he was bringing Kevin to the final two. I think that's what they were thinking during the jury episodes.
They probably were, but yeah, you're right about that with Cody because Cody always not respected, but like always acknowledged that Paul was the other alpha male in the house. So Cody might do that.
Yeah, Cody is not going to vote for a beta.
That's true. He won't, but still, I feel like if Mark and Elena could possibly convince him, and if Cody believes that Paul could just not win the game, I think Cody might do that out of spite. But Cody also said that he wants to vote for Paul out of spite because of the whole cast. But I don't know. I mean, he hates Matt and Raven enough that he just might want to vote for Josh just to piss them off.
By the way, guys, if you have a question in the chat, feel free to ask. I see some people talking down there. What's up, guys? Hey. All right, so yeah, hey. All right, now let's talk about another scenario. So let's pretend Paul ends up throwing the final HOH like he's been talking about, like he's been discussing, or if he just flat out loses to Josh, and Josh pulls a fast one on him, evicts him, very similar to BB17 when Steve evicts Vanessa, which would be a huge move. So he would evict Paul and takes Christmas to the final two. Do you think Josh has a shot? Or do you think Josh or Christmas has a shot?
It's Christmas. I feel like it'll almost unanimously be Christmas at that point. Mm-hmm. There's no, like I said, if Christmas gets the final two, there's no way she's not winning. You have there's no way. I mean, if it's Christmas and Josh.
Well, we'll just talk about Cody in this scenario.
Cody hates Josh. It's just going to be solely based on that fact.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, Cody hates Josh. He has more respect for Christmas because he did see her as a target. He did see her as a threat. So he has more respect for her as a physical competitor, even though she broke her leg.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's certainly true. So I guess Cody, we can put Cody as a we don't know vote between Paul and Josh, but leaning Paul, and an almost definite vote for Christmas between
Josh and Christmas.
yeah. Now let's talk about the what if Paul and Christmas. Just very quickly, who do you think? We won't discuss it because it's not going to happen.
I'd say probably Paul.
I'd say Paul too. All right, let's jump into let's jump to Elena. Okay, so Elena, she's been screwed over in this game by Paul. It's been very clear that she was aligned with Paul early on in the game, and somewhere in the middle, he turned on her early because of her relationship with Mark and
Mark's relationship through Cody.
And Mark's relationship with Cody and Elena's relationship with Jessica. So it's kind of like it's kind of like the trifecta there.
Pretty much.
3 relationships ended her game. Or
hey, you had a conversation with Cody. Well, you're going on the block this week. That's basically Paul.
Yeah, that's basically it. All right, so let's break it down between Paul and Josh. I think Josh gets Elena's vote. What do you think?
Yeah, Josh does. If you watch live feeds a lot, Josh and Elena were actually like friends outside the game. Like they had conversations and stuff all the time. Like they're too friendly for Elena to not give her vote to Josh. And Elena's still pissed off with Paul.
Lane Sipe in the chat just said that if Josh cuts Paul, then the jury will respect him for that and vote for him. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that theory when we get to Matt and Raven.
Okay.
So hold on to that thought, Lane. I got you. Yeah, right. Elena was definitely close with Josh, so I feel like she would probably be voting Josh. I agree with you there.
Honestly, even if it's the what if Josh Christmas scenario, I feel like she'd still vote for Josh.
True. Fair enough. All right, let's jump into
Mark, right? Or no, Josh and Paul.
Josh and Christmas.
Yeah, no, if it's Josh and Christmas, she would still vote for Josh, I think. Just because of her relationship with him.
All right. Yeah.
I feel like out of the 3 of them, Elena would favor Josh the most.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So I think that I think Josh would also get Elena's vote, even if it's between Josh and Christmas. So I think Elena just favors Josh
out of the 3.
Yeah, out of the 3, no matter what. I mean, hey, that's good for him. Also,
yeah, it is.
Also, I also just want to make the point that Josh positioned himself the way you're supposed to in Final 3. I think both of the players would have taken him to Final 2 himself properly in the Final 3. Unlike Paul, who Josh may not take to the Final 2, and who Christmas probably would have taken Josh as well.
I actually don't think Josh would have taken Christmas would have taken him to Final. Did you watch Friday's episode?
No, I did not actually.
Okay, well, Friday's episode revealed something really interesting that caught me off guard. Christmas has a crush on Paul.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
like a legit crush on him. I did not see that coming.
I've known that for like months.
I just thought it was like really friendly, and maybe I just saw the age difference between the 2 of them as like this just a friendly thing. And no, all she kept on saying, she's lying in bed. She's like, he makes me smile.
All right, well,
I think I have Nick, and she even said, she's like, this house gives me so many feelings, but Paul really makes me smile.
All right,
she kept repeating that.
Maybe Christmas would not have taken Josh. Maybe I spoke a little too quickly there.
No.
All right. Anyway, let's jump into Mark right now. Mark, I think we both see Mark as being very similar to Elena.
Yeah,
we kind of see them as like a paired vote where one votes, the other will probably also vote.
Definitely.
Even though they both actually played pretty independent games in the house, which is good for them. But they're definitely both close, and they both really connected well, both in the house and in the jury house. So they're going to be discussing their jury votes a lot in the jury house, I'm sure. So they'll likely be voting the same. So it's the same concept there. Mark.
Yeah, especially. Well, Mark, as he left, he had like a little bromance with Josh, and whenever you heard his interview with Julie, he kept on talking about how cool he was with Josh and how Josh was such a great guy and all this stuff and how he made amends with Josh.
Right.
To which Julie Chen said that the two of them should go on Amazing Race together, and I would totally watch that.
Oh Lord. If Josh and Mark go on, can Cody and Jessica go on too?
Oh, that would be awesome. It'd be so funny that you'd watch Josh and Mark and they'd just be talking about Lena the whole time. Probably.
You're not wrong.
Not at all.
All right, so Mark will likely be voting for Josh no matter what the final two situation is.
Well, I don't know. I could see Mark possibly voting for Christmas again, the sympathy of the broken leg.
I don't, and not at this point. I don't think so.
I really doubt it would happen, but it wouldn't surprise me. But I really doubt it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Just had Alex Garza say that Christmas wins for sure if she goes. If Josh eliminates Paul, then he might have a chance of winning against Christmas. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll discuss that.
But like I said, we will discuss that with our next jury member, that being
Jason.
No, Matt.
Matt? Oh yeah, Matt was out before Jason, my bad.
I mean, it's okay. Matt's a very forgettable house guest. I was actually typing in the tags for this video and I skipped him. Like I was typing like the jury members in order and I skipped him. So Matt's a very forgettable house guest.
When I kept on trying to like remember who was in like the final 8 or whatever it was, I kept on forgetting Matt. So, the only way I remember him as the guy is the guy who eats cereal.
That's he's just the cereal guy, and he showers a lot and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
All right, so
they stopped stocking s'mores because of him.
So that's funny. All right, so just between Paul and Josh, Matt basically almost 100% of the time is going to be voting for Paul, unless something happens in jury where things just really shake up, like maybe they find out that Paul was actually the one that voted for Raven to go, because I don't think the jury knew that at the time when Alex came back. So.
Yeah, I think Matt's a solid for Paul, honestly. The only thing that'll be, yeah, he's gonna vote for Paul because same thing that him and Raven said when they both got evicted was they kept on saying how they did everything for Paul. They kept on bringing up Paul and how they helped further Paul's game.
Yeah.
So they're team Paul all the way. They think that, I feel like Matt and Raven need to be told that this is a single winner game. And I don't think, particularly Raven, I don't think she understands that only one person wins this game.
I mean, Raven's the puppet master, and so is Matt.
Yeah, well, that's my whole thing with that. Is like when you saw, I watched the video over probably like 10 times because it's just fucking hysterical.
I watched it like 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if Matt was laughing at Raven because he didn't say anything that whole time. He just stood there and he just laughed, and I think he might think that she's crazy. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope he's starting to get it.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So now the important question, Josh and Christmas, which brings me to my point that I wanted to make before about if Josh evicts Paul, the jury will respect him. Now, my issue with this is Matt and Raven don't think logically. They love Paul like so much that I feel that because Josh evicts Christmas, that they will not be voting for him. They will just vote for Christmas. However, those 2 votes are almost irrelevant because they wouldn't be voting for Josh in the first place if it was Paul versus Josh. So it's a wash. But those 2 will definitely be voting for not Josh. No matter what, it would always be Paul, and it would always be Christmas because they would not vote for the person who evicted Paul.
True, unless Paul comes into the jury and says, "Guys, Josh made such a good game move. Just vote for him." And then if Paul comes in and tells them to just vote for Josh, they'll do it. But who knows if Paul would really do that?
I mean, it's so the finale is so quick. Paul just leaves. Basically, he just leaves and He just sits right outside, and then they ask questions. Basically, it goes that quickly.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I'm saying, like, if he gets any chance to talk to them during a commercial break or whatever it is, and he tells them who to vote for, that's who they're voting for.
Very true.
But that's it. Like, they just do whatever he says blindly. And not for nothing, if Paul's out and Paul's their guy, they might as well just do what Paul says at the end. It won't make any difference, really.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be the same game over and over again, huh?
Exactly, the two most worst cast people.
Right. Okay, so we can slate Matt as being a vote for Paul or a vote for Christmas, just in our opinions.
Yeah, there's no way he's voting for Josh.
Yeah, no, absolutely no way. Raven, same thing, I think.
Yep, same concept.
I don't even want to talk about Raven. Don't like the girl.
We talked about Matt, Raven. They're the same person.
They're basically the same person. Yeah.
One's male, one's female. That's about it.
Don't assume their genders, Dave. Please.
Well, okay.
It's a modern world. All right. So, Matt just ate a lot of cereal, and Raven just talked about her disease a lot.
Yeah, her diseases and Ben son being struck by lightning.
No, I honestly think Matt and Raven are going to be so pro Paul that is going to annoy the rest of the jury into voting for whoever he's up against at this point. It's almost for sure, Josh. Thank you, Jamie, for that.
Because you're probably not wrong. Jamie, you're probably totally right about that.
That's a good theory, Jamie. It's very possible.
Well, I'll get up to that when we talk about Alex, actually, because I have a thing with that.
Jury, yeah. I mean, the jury is going to be pretty petty. So I don't know. All right,
so let's jump into Jason next.
Yeah, let's jump into Jason. So Jason has been very clear that
anyone but Paul.
Yeah, anyone but Paul. But he's also been clear throughout this entire season that he does not like Christmas, like on a personal level. Like very, very clear. He does not like Christmas at all.
That's why he broke her leg, guys.
I'm
kidding.
Besides the point. So I think that Jason is going to be voting for Josh no matter what. Which, hey, good for Josh.
True, but I still... You saw the exit interview with Jason, right?
I did.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, we were together watching that, I think, right, with Chris? But that was the double eviction night, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so yeah. So at the exit interview, he said numerous times, and then I watched the live feeds afterwards, and he made a comment about how he knew it was over whenever he saw that Christmas was there, and he respected it because he's like, well, the guy who broke her leg. So I could see him feeling guilty and giving her the vote. Like, out of anybody else in this whole group, he might do it.
So Jason might be voting. So Jason might vote for Christmas. That's an interesting theory there.
That's just out of the sympathy vote, because again, he's the one who caused the problem. I mean, he doesn't like her, but he was upset whenever he saw the amount of harm he caused her. He didn't want to cause someone that pain.
Right. So if it's Josh versus Paul, Josh. If it's Josh versus Christmas, Christmas.
I'm thinking so. I really think he'll vote for Christmas over Josh, because I don't really think he likes Josh to begin with. I'd never really seen Josh and Jason's relationship.
If anything, just based on what we covered so far, it makes more sense for Josh to take Paul to the final two, if that's the case.
Absolutely. Paul's completely right with neither of them could take Christmas. I think if Paul and Josh, I think we'll see a 5-4.
I think so too. I think it'll be in Paul's favor, though.
I don't know. I think Alex is going to be the deciding one, but I'll get to Alex when we get there.
Yeah, Alex is complicated, and I think Alex is coming up right now.
Yeah, no, Jason. Well, are we done with Jason?
Well, yeah, it's going to be Josh if it's Josh and Paul. Christmas if it's Josh and Christmas, and Christmas if it's Christmas and Paul.
Yep.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Let's just say we're not sure between Josh and Christmas. I think if Josh evicts Paul, then I think Jason might respect the move.
Like
we discussed before.
That's true too. He probably will. If Josh evicts Paul, he'll vote Josh. He won't vote Christmas probably.
But Jason would be voting for Josh anyway if it was between Josh and Paul. So again, it doesn't matter if
the more likely scenario, the Josh Paul scenario, he's a guaranteed vote for Josh. There's no way he'll vote for Paul.
Right, exactly. We have Alex Garza saying Josh versus Paul is 50-50. Alex's vote is the deciding vote. I
I
agree.
100% agree with that.
I agree, and that's why let's get to Alex right now. Okay,
Okay,
so
Alex is the whole reason I want to do this video in the first place.
let's talk about Alex just from the get go. Okay, so Alex, here's my issue with Alex. She played the game as Paul dictated it. She learned the game as Paul dictated it. So now she's going to be voting for the best player as Paul dictates it. However, Paul did play the best game, so she's not wrong in her jury segment, where she said she wanted to vote for Paul. However, she played this entire game like influencing Jason, telling him what to do. Now that she realized, hey, I messed up, maybe she's going to start listening to Jason in the jury house. Dave, thoughts?
I'm thinking the same thing. First off, I just want to point out one thing with Alex is I think if Paul wasn't there, she would have been a great competitor. I think if it wasn't Paul, we would have seen Alex and versus Cody the whole way through, and I think that would have been a more interesting game. But just in general, though, I think it's going to be up to Jason and Cody to convince Alex to vote for Josh. I think Jason's got to do a lot of convincing and be like, hey, Paul screwed you out of $500,000. Hey, Paul is the reason why you're sitting here. He played you the entire time like he played me. Jason is not going to waver at all. Jason will not vote for Paul under any circumstance.
Right. So you think Jason will be the vocal one in the jury house and really try to
I think so.
influence Cody against voting for Paul?
Exactly. If Cody is against Paul, I feel like the jury house, in my opinion, is ruled by both Jason and Cody. That's how I see it. I could see Alex giving into what Jason's saying and be like, hey, I want my revenge. But Alex at the same time can respect a good game. So that's the whole thing, whether or not she wants revenge or if she's doing it out of respect. But it could also be out of respect for Jason because she helped screw him over unintentionally.
Right, that's true. So
Jason's influence is what's going to be a big decision on Alex.
So Jason influencing Cody and Jason influencing Alex.
I don't think Jason's going to have to try hard to influence Cody. I think the people who are going to affect
Mark and Elena probably did a good job already.
I think Mark and Elena just have to say, hey, we have enough people to make sure Paul doesn't win. And if Cody sees that there's a real possibility that Paul won't win, he might do it.
But like I said before, like Cody's respect for the game, I'm not sure if he'll pull that trigger.
It's not Cody's respect for the game. Alex, it's the respect for the game, which is why she might vote for Paul. Cody, it's the respect for the alpha male, which is why he might vote for Paul.
Right. It's
going to depend on whether or not he's bitter.
But it's also the respect for the game. Because
like you said, before,
he's a big fan. He's a big fan of Big Brother, but it's also the alpha male thing. So it's the alpha male. It's the fan. It's being the fan of the show, understanding what's a good game. So yeah, I don't know. Cody. I never thought I'd say Cody's a swing vote too. A lot of people are locking Cody in as a vote for Josh. I don't think that's accurate.
I don't know. I think Cody's more interesting if it's Josh versus Christmas, but I think at that point he's Christmas because he just hates Josh as a person.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's voting for Christmas 100% of the time, which is why it makes more sense for Josh to take Paul and not Christmas.
Yeah, Cody and Alex are the real wild cards. I think Alex more so than everybody in the jury, though.
So let's talk a little bit more about Alex. So I don't know. She's very complicated, and like you said, it's going to be a lot based on Jason, but a lot of it's going to be on. I think you said this before too, or someone in the chat said it. Matt and
Raven, 100%. Yeah, because whenever that whole conversation was starting, you saw everyone fuming, and that's the whole thing. That's where Cody has to come into play because Cody said he would do whatever it takes to spite the house. So he hates Matt and Raven enough. He has to listen to how great Paul is. He'll be like, "F you! I'll show you how great Paul is. Here's him getting second place. You guys screwed up." That's something that Cody would 100% do. He's a very spiteful person. But
And then Alex might get like really annoyed with Matt and Raven,
and she just might see like, all right, Jason, I realize everything that you're telling me is the truth.
Also, let's bring Kevin into the mix now. So Kevin,
isn't he the next evictee?
Yeah, he
after
is.
Alex. Okay.
So Kevin would vote for Paul, and Kevin would vote for Christmas between Josh and Christmas.
Correct.
And Kevin gets on Alex's nerves.
I just got to
So
laugh about Paul's video. Hey, Kevin, Christmas went rogue. And it was like
it
he
was the
couldn't even say
stupidest
it
thing ever.
sincere.
It's the stupidest thing ever. It would be like,
Yeah.
okay, so annoys Alex, Raven annoys Alex, and Matt annoys Alex.
Yes.
So, and all those three people are voting for Paul.
So that might influence Alex to just be like, screw all of you.
Yeah, and we know Alex is being Queen Petty. Like she said it. She said it in her diary room session. She's
She
Queen
was
Petty.
wearing a hat that said petty on it as she's talking about being petty.
She did promise Paul her jury vote in the House, though.
Did she really?
Yeah.
As she was leaving?
No, it was like a few days before.
That was before Paul used the veto?
Yeah, it was before Paul used the veto.
Oh, wait, no. He used it live, right?
Yeah, he didn't use it. No.
Okay, no.
That was for Kevin.
The days are blending together.
It's,
Yeah, no. All right, so that was before. That was before he told her anything about what he was going to do with the veto that she said she'd promised him the vote, right?
they were discussing it.
Okay, so that's what I mean. So she might just change.
She very well could.
I think it's just going to depend on her mood that day. You never know.
Yeah, it's not a bad it's
Really
it's
not.
not a bad guess for Alex.
No, I'm hoping she just. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Alex or Cody, but I feel like Cody. It would be so terrible if Cody's the reason that Paul won. I'd be more cool with it if it was Alex, but oh well.
Right.
But
Yeah, I mean,
Alex is just so complicated with it. Like I can't. I really feel like Alex is going to be the deciding vote. If Cody goes on Josh, it's up to Alex. Like she could be a hero.
right. Now let's talk about
Kevin.
Christmas.
Oh, we're done with Kevin.
Well, we kind of talked about Kevin. Kevin's an easy one. Almost definitely voting for Paul unless
Just
Joey
not Joe.
influences him.
What if it's Paul on Christmas? Probably Paul.
For who? Kevin?
Yeah. Because in the beginning of the game, Kevin said that, but Kevin did say she used to make him breakfast every morning.
Yeah,
and that was a big deal to him.
It's $500,000. Let's not go crazy. Raven made people food too, so.
I have this feeling Raven might actually be a good cook, and that might be the only thing she's good at all.
People on Twitter just shit on her cooking, like all the time.
If her cooking's as bad as her makeup, then she's probably not good at all.
All right, so back to Christmas. So, if Christmas is evicted by Josh, because Christmas has told both men in the house, if you win, do not take me. So she's told them both, or she planned to tell them both. Like I think yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure if she actually ended up doing.
Was that on live feeds or supposed to be on the show?
It was on live feeds.
Okay.
So Christmas basically said, "Yeah, don't take me, take each other." So she has the best shot of making third place. So
she will make third place.
Yeah. So Christmas, I don't know. I think she would be voting for Paul. What do you think?
Yeah, because she's got the crush.
Right.
She would vote for Paul, and I mean, if she's telling them to vote her out, then that means she's not going to be bitter about it. And one other thing I want to mention is that on the live feeds, Paul said to Josh that he's going to check with him. He said he's going to check with him every single day to make sure that he's on board with taking out Christmas, which means that Paul probably wants to throw HOH, so that way he votes out Christmas, and then Christmas might be bitter and vote for Paul. But I think she's going to vote for Paul no matter. I think she's a locked in for Paul.
Right. I mean, it's very possible. I think, yeah, I think you're right. I mean, she has a great relationship with Josh in the house, but it's just like.
But it's after I saw that, dude. My Friday's episode, like that one little segment about Paul and Christmas, just changed my whole opinion on it. Like
Christmas,
how physically close they were too.
Christmas also knows. Paul played the better game altogether.
Yeah, she's not stupid. She's not that stupid.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now let's talk about Paul between Josh and Christmas.
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's tough, right?
That I don't know. I mean, that scenario is so unlikely, but that would be so awesome. I honestly, I could see Paul being either really bitter or he might respect it. But
No,
knowing
Paul's gonna
Paul,
be better.
he's gonna just be really bitter because he's gonna be pissed off that he lost the game. That not only this time he came in third place.
It's gonna be just like Vanessa and BB17. Steve votes her out, and then and then she votes for Liz to win. So Josh would vote him out, and then he would vote for Christmas.
Yeah, and then I think Josh would win. I think Cody would vote for Josh. I think at that point Alex would vote for Josh. Maybe actually Jason would yeah, you know what? Now that I think it over, Jason would probably vote for Josh at that point. Just out of respect.
I don't know, maybe.
Honestly, when I think it over, I think Josh has a better chance at winning if he takes out Paul. Because Cody will definitely respect that move.
Dave, this goes against this entire video we just made.
I just realized that.
No, no.
I just came to the realization.
I don't think that's the case. Because it's not going to influence Kevin and Raven. And those people were almost definitely voting for Josh in the first place.
Wait, hold up. If that happened, then he'd have Cody, Jason, Alex,
We don't know if he has Cody. Cody hates him.
Cody would respect him for taking out Paul.
No, he wouldn't. He doesn't care. Cody hates Josh.
Well, what are the people in the comments thinking? If you comment, do you think that Cody would vote for Josh if he took out Paul? Let us know.
All right, yeah, let us know, guys. Oh yeah, she's totally dickmatized. She's voting for Paul about Christmas. Lord, oh, I love her. I love our fans. They're great.
Yeah,
never change.
I wonder if his dick has as much hair as the fucking beard.
I don't want to think about that.
I don't want to think about it either, but that's Christmas's problem.
All right, let's talk about all right, so basically, if it's Josh and Paul, it's split. Swing votes are Cody and Alex, but they both have to vote for Josh to win.
Correct.
If only one votes for Josh, then it's 5-4. If two vote for Paul, it's 6-3. So Paul has the best shot of winning out of the two. For Christmas and Josh, Christmas
most likely
has the better shot of winning, and Christmas has the better shot of winning. And Paul has a better shot of winning with Paul and Christmas for whatever reason that happens.
Wait, okay. You just said Paul has a better shot of winning with Paul and Christmas?
Yes.
Because who's Josh gonna vote for?
Oh, true.
I
Christmas, right? Maybe Christmas.
He would vote for Christmas over Paul. He's been talking about how he wants to make a big move on Paul this whole game.
Right, then that would be okay. So Christmas wins against Paul. Interesting.
Easily, I think.
Yeah, Christmas easily wins against Paul. That's why he's taking Josh to the final two. Makes sense. All right, let's talk about America's favorite player.
Cody.
Yay. Yeah, yep, Cody and Kevin are top two nominees right now. I personally have been.
So Jessica and Paul are basically out because I know they were 3 and 4.
No, Jason. Right? Jason was pretty high too.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people like Jason.
I guess after his HOHs.
Yeah, I mean, Jason was just very amusing in the house.
That's true. I grew to like Jason a lot after a while. He's very angry. He's a very angry person now.
It's like I said in my cat and our Chris and I's cast analysis. Jason was either going to be a house guest that everyone hated or everyone loved, and he was the latter. Everyone kind of likes Jason.
I feel like he kind of fell in between, and then now they like him more.
He was the only person they liked in that big alliance. That means something. So Jason's going to get third. Yeah. I think Jason's going to get third.
Are they going to tell us like the order of who won AFP?
They're going to give you the top. They're going to give you whoever the top three were, and we can just make our own deductions, basically. They'll say, oh, the top three includes blah, 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 and blah,
I could see Jessica being in top 3.
I don't think Jessica's going to be in top 3. I think it's going to be Jason, Kevin, and Cody.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, because Jessica's campaigning. I have to be honest. I think Jessica leaving was the best thing for Cody for AFP because she's all about the, combine the vote.
Yes. In fact, her being pre-jury.
Her combine that
probably got Cody $25,000.
Yeah, no, her getting evicted, I think helped him win.
100%.
Yep.
If she was evicted a week later and they were both in jury together, Cody would not be winning America's Favorite Player.
Because
Jessica
it'd be
would not
split between
winning.
the two of them.
Yeah, Kevin would be winning 100%. So good on Jessica for campaigning for him like early for that.
And good on her for not taking Ramsey off the block and then getting evicted a week or two after. I'm still bitter about that. Terrible choice. Terrible choice. Her fatal. I'm just want to point that out. That's her fatal mistake. If she kept on saying this, if she took the veto, pulled Ramsey's off, pulled Paul on the block, Paul would have never got evicted, but Josh would have.
Josh would have left,
and then that would have changed his whole game.
And because Josh won the next HOH.
Exactly. That was her fatal mistake.
Absolutely ridiculous. All right. So, oh wait, no. Then she used the hex the next week. Paul won, and then Josh won.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anyway, I guess this is our jury prediction video. Not too bad. Just a nice discussion. Open-ended, a little talk with some of the chats here with some funny comments. Love you guys. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. And like we said before, we believe Paul would win between Paul and Josh, but it's split between how Alex and Cody vote.
Yep.
Between Josh and Christmas wins almost 100% of the time. And between Christmas and Paul, Christmas wins.
Definitely.
That is our prediction at this point. Let us know down below who you think is going to win. Put all three final two situations down and who you think is going to win in all those three situations. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like or don't. That's perfectly fine. Do whatever you want. It's your life, baby. Also, please subscribe because we will be covering Celebrity Big Brother this winter. And oh my God, Dave, how excited are you for Celebrity Big Brother?
I am so happy to see Drake Bell win $500,000.
Oh God, please, Drake, baby, please.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be Drake. Drake Bell's gonna be on the show. I bet. Probably not, but I hope he is.
They should have Drake and then have them be like a twist. We are bringing another player in the house you have beef with, and they bring Josh.
No, they're cool now. After the VMAs, they're cool now. But I like Chris's opinion that they're gonna do a lot like teams, and you have Drake Bell and Josh Peck, and then John Stamos and Bob Saget. That's a 4-person alliance already because Josh is close with John Stamos.
Jesus Christ.
We got to do a casting video on this, on like who we think would be in Celebrity Big Brother. That would be fun on its own.
Right, so expect that at some point. Also, guys, tomorrow morning, I will be doing a Survivor cast analysis by myself because...
No Chris.
Because Chris is busy, and the guy I used to do it with is also busy. And Dave doesn't watch Survivor, so not yet. So I will be doing a Survivor cast analysis tomorrow morning. Okay, so look forward to that. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why I'm doing it this early, but I am.
What the fuck?
It's already slated, guys. Just check our videos. It's already there.
Someone just please watch it with him.
Yeah, someone just please watch with me. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you for the comments.
It's really been a pleasure this season. And you know what? I apologize for stopping the Big Brother 19 live feeds, but I think you all know. I think you all know why I stopped. I think you all get it.
Can I just say it's the same reason I stopped? Cody got evicted and nothing happened anymore. It was just so predictable and boring. Yeah,
basically. After that double eviction,
let's put it this week. After Cody got evicted, Evil Dick cut his subscription. So that says something.
It does say something. All right, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching so much. Until Celebrity Big Brother, until tomorrow, we will be covering Survivor 35. Peace.